How do you get Amazon to recognize your GS1 certificate? My name is Stephen Pope and I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy. And in this video, I'm going to help you learn how to load this to Amazon and get them to recognize it. First of all, Amazon has really made dealing with UPCs very difficult. It's been a really big pain in your butt, hasn't it? Well, that's because Amazon has been trying to crack down on fake products and fake ASINs and duplicate ASINs and all of these things, but their real policy making has not been very powerful. It's been more of a nuisance or a force to the Amazon seller. So let's dive in. I'm going to walk you through what this does. Well, first of all, here's an example GS1 certificate. You can have one for a prefix or a specific UPC code, and this is the sort of document that you're looking to load. Now, if you don't have one of these and you've never loaded a GS1 certificate to your account, honestly, I wouldn't start today. I think you should be reactive when it comes to Amazon's policies, and quite frankly, if you don't do it for your entire account and retroactively do it, then you have to deal with the pain in the butt of trying to change UPC codes, which is actually literally the very hardest thing to do on the entirety of Amazon catalog work. There is literally nothing harder to do with Seller Central than changing a UPC code from a bad, fake, old, whatever, retired UPC code to a GS1 certified code. So if you haven't done this yet today, I don't recommend you start doing it. Now, if you watch this video 6 months from now, I could have a very different opinion. Amazon might have updated its policies and made this drastically easier to change a UPC code. Or maybe they made an actual portal that made sense where you can come in and do things the correct way. But so far in 2022, that just simply hasn't happened. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over into Seller Central. Let's say you have the GS1 certificate, but they're not recognizing your UPC codes. What you need to do, this is kind of like my brand node ID video where I explain how to connect your brand node from brand registry to your Seller Central account. And essentially what you're going to do is you're going to load your GS1 certificate directly into Amazon and get them to recognize it. Once you do, you'll be off to the races. So go over to Seller Central, click on Help, scroll down to the bottom, hit Get Support. On the left-hand side, hit Selling on Amazon. Please recognize my GS1 certificate. Now, if you type something like this in and you hit Continue, you may or may not get the sort of automatic responses. Generally, these are all pretty much garbage, almost never work. So I hit Browse Issue, and I will go to Products, Listings, or Inventory, and I'll scroll down to Trouble Inventory File Upload Issue. And sometimes trouble adding a product. I'll use those two on occasion. So in here, you're just going to type in, please recognize my GS1 certificate, which is loaded here. Now, sometimes the auto answers will give you some information, but about 6 out of 10 times, it's pretty much not helpful at all, which is seller support in a nutshell these days. Thank you so much. Sometimes I feel like I'm praying to Jeff Bezos, please accept my certificate here, help me out. That happens quite a bit, pretty common. So then that certificate that we talked about like this, you'll just simply append it, upload, hit the email button, hit the attach button, and then simply file it. This is going to take about 2 or 3 days. Generally does not require multiple tickets. It's usually a one and done ticket, which is nice. However, after you get the GS1 certificate loaded, then you have to get Amazon to freaking allow you to change the UPC codes, which, as I've explained, is literally the most difficult, most frustrating, just contrarian to any common sense whatsoever. To change a UPC code on Amazon just doesn't work, right? You have to go file template uploads and tickets and all kinds of garbage. But if you do this, if you load this GS1 certificate into Amazon, be prepared that no future product ever will have the ability to not be GS1. Now, the benefit to this is that some dingbat over on another account trying to load your products to his account, he's going to have to know your UPC codes to load it to his account. That will not prevent hijackers, will not prevent unauthorized sellers, but it will prevent rogue ASINs. So that's the silver lining. That's the one benefit of doing this. But other than that, I really don't see the point because Amazon doesn't make any sense on the GS1 or the UPC codes. And quite frankly, in the past, I have personally purchased UPC codes as well as more than 20 of my clients, and then they were already used by Chinese companies. Explain that one, right? Like hijacking UPC codes purchased from GS1, the very thing The very thing you're supposed to prevent when you buy a GS1 UPC code is to have the authority to freaking use it and not have somebody else use it. Well, that literally doesn't work. I think the GS1 got hacked by the Chinese and they took all the UPC codes, which again defeats the whole freaking purpose of this entire exercise. So it's an extremely frustrating thing. UPC codes and Amazon and the whole purpose has been completely violated. But if you're going to do it, that's how you load the GS1 certificate. Again, I don't recommend doing this and it's really a waste of time. But eventually we'll all have to do it when Amazon gets around to making this make sense. We're going on a year and a half. It's not going to make sense anytime soon. My name is Stephen Pope. I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy. And if you get stuck with all this bullcrap, you can't deal this with yourself, check us out over at myamazonguy.com. Click on the coaching button. You can talk to me directly. Same day appointments available. I am expensive. I have other lesser cost options available as well. Various topics and including Spanish. We'll see you guys later.